it's a very busy week for us. Okay, very good afternoon, everyone. Me and myself and 𝐀𝐿𝐿 here today, having this the 12th. Yeah, we have a 12th Sembang IoT session. Of course, it's a very busy week. But before we want to start, we are hungry for subscriber. We are hungry for subscriber. So would you want to share? Yeah, so me and 𝐀𝐿𝐿, weekly, we are giving you information about AIoT, and also we share about AIoT in all sorts of application in terms of AIoT. For example, we did what? We did the smart manufacturing. Okay.
We did a lot.
This one. We also touched about how you develop a IoT solution or IoT development, we so-called. And also we are sharing about how AI, how AI, the hottest topic right now, AI, vision AI, plus some AI on the cloud, machine learning, data science related, Okay, and later on we are going to cover something about the digital city, smart city. How can you realize the digital smart city with the AI and IoT? And very importantly, I think government is pushing what the digital agriculture. Digital agriculture is one of also the other part. So it's going to be a long story. It's going to be a long story. Thank you for watching. So we like to, if let's say we are hungry for subscriber, please do SSL, share, and then subscribe and also like. Okay, or the other word is usually we share. We like you to share, subscribe, and also like So please subscribe to us if let's say you are enjoying this channel. This is going to be a very short channel. Usually, it's going to be half an hour to 45 minutes maximum. Sometimes we may have some invited guests, like the previous one, we have a Professor Lim joining us, talk about the IoT security, because in the whole, we are discussing, we are doing the Sembang about very practical IoT or AI application. Of course, we talk about how important is all this security is all about in the IoT section. So today we are going to share you something about how this kind of IoT application can be developed, from a scratch. From a scratch. How can you? What are the components, or what are the things that's needed in the whole IoT is concerned? Of course, when we talk about IoT in this area, we are more focusing in the industrial IoT part. So maybe 𝐀𝐿𝐿, you want to talk about, say, on the AI side, what are the areas that we usually cover, in terms of development?
Usually we cover the smart manufacturing side. And also something that not related to manufacturing, we also cover it.
Because a lot of audience may want to know also, in order to start to learn how AI works, what are the basic things that you probably they need to prepare, or they need to catch up with?
If you are going to learn our software, nothing much to prepare, because it's a very nice user interface for you. Just need to understand the basic workflow, how the software is going to function. But if you are going to learn the AI, everything start from the scratch, then you need to prepare yourself with some basic programming skill, and then some advanced knowledge in mathematics. Because you're going to you need to know some calculus to do differentiation, integration, and also some knowledge in statistics. So that one is not easy to do it.
So those are I mean, those are if you want to learn a deeper insights of the whole AI, how it works lah. That's why you need calculation. But in actual application, we actually don't need, right?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah. So for the software that we have, I think for the vision AI software that the development platform, actually you don't need to have you don't need to have any background of this calculation and also the programming skill also, but you can realize how at the back the computer or computing power is working for you. Yeah, this is one part. Of course, coming back to the IoT part, we usually also in our last two sessions also I brought out some very old legacy, something that is very old. For example, even we cover some 8088 kind of architecture, things like that, or some component that we use in the past 30 years or something like that. Those things may be brought up, in some of our live sessions also. I hope that part also you enjoy. And then, so coming back today, okay, what are the main thing that you need to start developing industrial IoT? Yeah, industrial. Because the whole thing about the whole industrial IoT, we have, because IoT, we cannot run away from any connectivity. Yeah, whether or not you are in the smart city, you want to build a smart manufacturing, or you want to do a smart agriculture, you cannot run away from gathering data. Yeah. So what are the things that you probably need, from scratch? So you may have a simple controllers, you may have a simple controller, and also, you may also need to have a more powerful, like what we have right now on the desk every week. Or I didn't notice that we are going to do some demo to you also. Today, I think maybe to just to summarize a quick overview about some of the standard tools that being used in the whole IoT development. And then also we have some demonstration how you can realize with some Python code, to write some simple Python code to do some interface in the gateway. At the same time, Ken is going to show you more about the very very usual AI application like facial recognition. What are the logic behind? We have some simple demonstration. So these are the three things that we are going to cover today. So just for a quick start, we just came back from one of the Webminer, one of the Webminer, and then of course for us, we have been doing shouting about IoT, industrial IoT, AI. Of course, we have something to offer to some of our clients and some of our audience. This part, maybe we want to share one of the previous we just had it this week, is it? Is it this week?
Oh, yes. This week.
We just finished it this week on Tuesday. Yeah, that event is a Webminer. It's a Webminer presented by our one of our colleagues, from Taipei. So these are the basic things that usually you will need, because our challenge is always the how to bring the IoT development simpler, easier. For some of the developer, you want a best time to market. These are the areas that become our challenge. Yeah, we bring up all these things so that you can just plug in, apply with the minimum programming, and then you are able to realize the whole IoT. That is one of them. Same thing also to AI, right?
Yeah.
So that is also our challenge. That's why a part of reliability in the session also we talk about we share about reliability, and then the flexibility, and also possibility. This is something that we want to offer, and then that become our challenge. Yeah. So reliability, of course, we talk about the industrial IoT gateway embedded system, or AI edge, or IoT edge, that kind of device with a good reliability. You want to throw at the box, without looking at it for the next 5 years, things like that, on that reliability. And also we bring along, after the 5 years, we bring along a lot of this flexibility. Flexibility talking about easy to integrate. Yeah, integration. How can you bring all the sensors device, to onboard? How can you connect to some subsystem, using some industrial communication protocol? And then how can you onboard some of your data onto the dashboard, with the different dashboard? Yeah. So that actually, that was in the last webinar, where you can see on the picture also, MQTT is one of the key thing. And then, but in the whole sharing, we have two main branches that you are able to, especially when you want to implement the IoT gateway or devices across worldwide or nationwide, or in multiple places. You need to manage them. How can you manage them? Through the one of the IoT platform, like ThinkBot. Yeah, ThinkBot is very famous lah. Somehow they're already very, very famous. And then you can, on top of the IoT platform, you are able to manage all the device. Because in order to create a sustainable ecosystem, some of the device activities, events, and also some of the health status of the system are very crucial. Yeah. So some of those information can be piped up to the, for example, in this case, a ThinkBot, or it can be on your own cloud. Yeah. So for you to do a better management and what I call monitoring. Yeah. So on the other branch, you can see on the right hand side is very interesting. It's a fish or redfish, so the ikan merah there. So it's a redfish. So by using that, they are using, we are offering the REST API that you can, later on we have a small demo there, right?
We use the Redfish.
We have a redfish running inside. Those things are what? Those things are tools. Those things are your accessories that allow you to, deploy some of this IoT more easily. Yeah. So that was always, or that is always our challenges, to make up to that. Yeah. So these are the two areas where we share, and then which I look at it, it's very important as where when you want to do some IoT implementation, So we have done, I think, the past 3 sessions on smart manufacturing. We do some OEE, tracking. We also done some, what are the things that we've done? Some AI on the AI.
Some anomaly detection on the sensor data.
Some sensor data anomaly detection. And also we do some vibration analysis. That is for predictive maintenance, for the past session. So in order to have all these things, of course, just now what I shared to you, some IoT devices, a part of providing all these important data to you for your future analysis, or for your analytic purpose, or even for your machine learning or AI purpose, those things require a good, reliable data that you need to manage. For example, that's why the earlier two method is they are very important actually in the whole implementation of the IoT system. Yeah, that is one of them. So I think I just want to share, and we just maybe we can do a demo first, because this is very related. Yeah. So by the way, you are watching the Sembang IoT. Please subscribe to us, or like or share with your friend. And also, if you have any question, this is a live session. If you have any, question, or you can also post up to us. Okay, so maybe we can run some demonstration here.
Yeah. Okay. So you can see over here, this one is the ICO100, the gateway. So inside is running the Redfish agent. So we're going to use the Redfish agent inside. Actually, it's run as a services. And then we can control it through the RESTful API. So, and then we'll use it to control the TPIOP. and then it will. So this one is the relay board.
This is a very what I call typical. This part is very typical IoT that relate to some controls or data or I/O controls within the gateway itself. So before we want to touch this part, actually I forgot to mention about something, because of the IoT gateway inside, it has we call it the GPIO, the general purpose I/O ports, that you can utilize that to do some alert, alarm, or some I/O triggering. Even you can capture some switches activities and so on. That's why you can have this. Well, but just now, I also mentioned about how this Redfish, because the Redfish is sitting inside. So what Redfish does is it actually integrate on it. It's actually talking to some of the low level I/O chipset that you don't need to have a very low level kind of programming. You just call by some API. Or if it's long API, it's a kind of a call that you can perform, and then you are able to achieve that. So we are going to do, you write some small Python code, is it?
Yeah.
So you do the small Python code, but compared to before and after, without having a Redfish, what are the differences?
So if without the Redfish, we need to use the previous one, is called the eAPI.
Or the API, the lower level API that offered by Axiomtek. Yeah.
That one is come with the C or C++ programming language.
Okay.
So if you are using other programming language like the Python, Java, then you will have some difficult time to integrate them together. So you need to rely on other library. You need to write a wrapper so that your Python program can talk to the eAPI.
So you need to go through different layer in order to achieve accessing the I/O. Yeah. Okay.
So it's not easier for those Python developer who are not familiar with the C++ programming language. So they need to spend some time to understand how the C++ programming language works. So by using the Redfish, so this one we are communicate through the RESTful API. So RESTful API is basically the HTTP post, HTTP GET. So that one is something very common. So it exists in different programming language. So in Python, you can do it through the request library. So that library, it can perform the HTTP post or HTTP GET, and then it will send the request to the Redfish agent. And the Redfish agent, actually behind the Redfish agent will talk to the eAPI also. Then the eAPI will control the GPIO pin for you.
Okay. Up to now, is there any question from our audience? Can we see? Okay, we don't have any question anymore. It's okay. So can I say, by having a Redfish inside, so previously you need a very hardcore programmer. So by using a Redfish, you need a soft core programmer. You just need a soft core programmer. You don't need a very hardcore programmer.
Now your programmer no need to learn other programming language, no need to understand how the C++ works.
So this one, it will put it across most of the ICT people or most of the web programming people. They are also able to, make use of this part. That is a challenge, that is a challenge that we are trying to meet, to bring up, easier, faster, because the world is changing so fast. So we need to keep up with the pace that you can even using some of these tools, you are able to achieve that. Yeah, that is something that we want to achieve. Okay, maybe word cut short. We just go direct on sharing. How can we share this part? Okay.
We to share the AnyDesk.
Okay, we are connecting to another remote system and then we share to you.
So this AnyDesk is showing the interface in the ICO100. So this one is a Python program that is very simple. So when we click on the set point to 0, it will turn off the buzzer. if you click on the set point to 1, it will turn on the buzzer.
Okay. Can you?
Yeah. Now we can click on the set point to 1.
Set point to 1. Okay. Can you hear? I don't know whether you can hear, but it's very loud here.
Yeah, it's very loud here.
It's very loud here. So this is one part. And then this I/O, can you shut it off? 0. Okay. In fact, why we can just simply turn this one on is because some of the I/O built-in I/O is actually it's not easy. We have been dealing with this embedded system for so long. In order to access to this I/O, you need some really hardcore programming. To achieve that. But with this Redfish, you can just turn it on. How fast? How long did you take to write these few codes?
Yeah.
Just to turn on, turn off.
With the help of GPT, less than 1 minute. To create the interface, even the entire Python code.
See, right now, even ChatGPT also come in to help. It become a co-pilot for you to do this kind of program. Of course, you must know the logic behind it won't bring you to the. It won't bring you to Holland. You must tell him the right language. He will write for you. Okay, are we able to show you some code behind? Are we?
To show some code.
No.
Yes,
Yes,
if you want to show, can. It's on
okay,
the desktop.
Just desktop and see. Let's see.
So now to click on the buzzer2.py at the top.
Buzzer2.py. Up there. Buzzer2. Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
This one is 01. Yeah.
Okay. Which part actually connecting to the Redfish?
Okay. So for this one is on line 16.
On the line 16, respond request.
Yeah. Request.patch. It will send the HTTP patch to the Redfish agent.
Okay, so having Redfish, you do this one with the help of ChatGPT. You spend 5 minutes lah. 1 minute someone so to not so. I think sometimes you need to do some debug lah. Yeah. So okay. So
last time with the EADI, I spent 1 day.
1 day.
To do the integration.
Okay.
But that time no ChatGPT. But I think even with the ChatGPT also very hard because that one is not an open source code EADI.
Okay. Yeah, this is a very interesting sharing. Of course, it's slightly technical for those of you who are you catch no ball. Maybe now at least you can understand how all this thing is being done. Today is slightly technical a little bit. Yeah. So what other thing that we can show from here? Okay, with Redfish actually we can do many things lah.
Yeah.
I/O control is one of them. Of course, we are able to share some information, the health information from the system. System meaning, some voltages, temperature, CPU temperature, system temperature. All those things are shareable via the Redfish because it has done the integration inside for you already. You just make a call. That can be so powerful. But I just want to inform you one more thing. Is one part of that is the watchdog. Watchdog. So what do you know about watchdog? Anyone know about this watchdog? Yeah. So in the most of this embedded system, like for example IoT gateway, like what we have here, this watchdog actually is keep on barking. It's keep on barking, so that whenever there is any interruption or any system that hang up or not working anything, so it will be able to, the system will be able to reset by itself. Yeah. So the logic goes like that. When Redfish is inside, you can call the Redfish to do the watchdog barking, so that to tell the system, hey, you are working fine. But once the dog is no longer barking, stop barking, So I will do the reset, can be set to a certain time, to kickstart everything. Now this thing is not known, on most people, especially if you are not doing the lower level thing, you won't be able to understand, But then this is very important thing, especially system running at the roadside, sometimes it just hang out, So you require some of this activity to tools to reset by itself, without any user intervention. This is one of the mostly happen in the controllers and so on. So, okay, that part is on the IoT, and now we move on to on the AI side. AI, we are going to do some vision AI. Maybe Kenon can continue from there.
So for the AI, we will talk about the face recognition. So for the face recognition, there are 3 steps. So for the model that we're going to show you today, I think we can switch to the demo first.
Okay, you can see my face. So it's detecting me myself. Can I call someone? Maybe Chen also can join us. See whether he can recognize, or ask Amil to come in, see whether he can still recognize you.
So the face recognition is basically to let the AI to identify who are you. So it didn't mix up my identity with Mr. Lee.
Yeah. Okay. So we like to invite our new colleague, Amil. Please join us. See whether he can. Yes, this is our friend Amil. Yeah, so we purposely make him unknown so to differentiate, Yeah. So that is facial recognition, which is doing the online recognition. You want to say something, Amil? Say hello lah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Amil. Okay. Can we have Chen? See whether he can recognize you.
Unknown.
Ha! You also unknown. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
So unknown is because I didn't register both of their face into the database.
Yeah.
So it will recognize as unknown.
Okay.
So if it recognizes somebody else, then that means this AI model is not good enough.
So maybe you can explain a little bit more on this part.
Now you can see there's a green box on my face and on Mr. Lee's face. So this green box actually is produced by the face detection model. So there are 3 models in this application. So the first one is the face detection. So first, the AI need to find out in this video frame, there are how many faces. So first, the face detection model will detect my face. And then for CCD, the Mr. Lee face, I think we need to look at the camera sometime. So it can recognize there's a human face there. Okay. Then after that, the second step is it will detect the landmark of our face. So the landmark means our eyes, our nose, our mouth, even the eyebrow. So what this landmark detection do is, because when we collect register our human face into the database, our face is look straight to the camera. So, but in reality, during the application, when we deploy this AI model, so the human that appear in the camera can be in different direction, different angle. So for example, when I'm looking at the other side, but the AI is still able to recognize my face. So this is because the landmark detection model, it detects my eyes, the nose, the mouth, and then it aligns my face back to the straight one in behind. So then all this information will be passed to the third model, is the face re-identification model. So it will compare face that is captured live with the face in the database. So this is how the face recognition model works in behind.
I see. Okay. So let's relate a little bit to some of the work security, all this thing, workspace security. It's just a continuous thing from something that we want to share on the smart manufacturing. In some of the what they call the quite a critical workspace, critical workspace. Of course, they want to cover some of the security wise, if let's say you are wearing helmet or not wearing helmet, those can be done almost the same way,
That one is will go through the object detection model.
Object detection is another model, also something related to human being moving. So what is the thing that is showing percentage keep on moving?
That one is the similarity. How many percent is the face that appearing to the camera now compared to the one in the database?
Okay. So for those of you who want to get to know, or you have some application in here, we always like to talk to you. And then just for your information, we have at our front door when you're entering our premise, there is a facial recognition going on. Of course, it's linked to some of our control system to open the gate and things like that. That is, if you want to experiment that, you are always welcome to visit us on that part. And also, what other? I'm thinking about, for this part of application, it can be in a certain place that you need some authorized person only to enter. So you can sound an alert, or you can notify people, you are not supposed to be here, or someone not supposed to be there. So you don't need to look at the camera. Actually, you can put some multiple camera. You are able to tell you all this information. So that is one part of that. So Kenan, you have any other thing maybe you want to share further from here? More. So this is one of the application. Okay, I would like to just there are some of the new subscriber, and in this exhibition show the other day, we have a new subscriber. Some of you who just follow us, thank you for watching. You are watching the Sembang IoT, brought to you by me and Ken Leong from PJ, Malaysia. So I think we are coming to the end of the live sharing today. Every time we did our live sharing on Friday. So that is also a day where you want to go off work. Maybe you are planning for a weekend holiday already. So over here, we would like to wish you a good weekend. Enjoy your weekend. And the most important thing is what we are doing here right now is we always innovate, we apply, and also we share and we train in this area. So without any other thing that you want to share, last word? No. Okay. So thank you very much. We will see you again in the next session. Thank you.